The Indy 500 is one of the longest standing sporting events in the world. It's the ultimate adrenaline rush, and for us, it's what we all live for. If you're an IndyCar driver or even a driver of many other different types of racing, the Indy 500 is still the dream. It's the pinnacle. It's what you want to win. You know, we've been close before. Hopefully we'll get ours before too long.
Fast lane. Okay, all by yourself, please put lane here. Watch your tone.
Right of the leaders, that was
Chance.
The Indy 500, though, is the world's largest single-day sporting event. We get over 350,000 people in one day. The pressure's there. You've got to ignore it. You have to be mentally strong enough to not think about the stage, the worldwide stage that you're on, the Indy 500. Because everybody knows whoever wins that race, their lives will never be the same.
Let the games begin. Anticipating.
Physically, for IndyCar drivers, it's tough. There are no driver aids. It's hot. It's extremely demanding. So I do work out. I do lift quite a bit, but I also do a ton of cardio because, you know, trying to keep my weight down, keep your heart in shape. That's really critical. A lot of our races, you may be at an average from 170 to 180 beats for 2 hours straight, which there's not many things you could do other than maybe running a marathon that have that sort of, you know, a muscular endurance, you know, on your body. So for me, that's really important. And also just to make sure you feel good. The Indy 500, 500 miles, 2.5, 3 hours. Can't be cramping. You can't be, you know, having any aches or pains. And so that's important on the physical side, just to be prepared. These will be held up. This goes up, and this is like, you know, race control basically for the team. Like this one here can talk, so it's got a red button on both sides. So one red button would talk to the team only, and then one red button would be to talk to the driver. In racing, there is no way that a driver would be successful without a team. You know, what we try to do at our team and at our organization is make sure all those guys feel very appreciated, because whether it's, you know, every single person, whether it's into accounting, whether it's into sponsor services, whether it's into the mechanics and the engineers and the guys that actually have their hands on the cars, everybody affects the outcome and what we do. And so there's a lot on the line. It's not just about winning Indy, but all the mechanics, all of the sponsors, everybody, this is really what they buy into. Everywhere you look, everywhere, full of people. People screaming, people excited, and you see all those people. If there was ever a moment to feel like a hero, like a superstar in the highest order, it is that moment. But driver introductions is where the adrenaline really starts flowing. Once you get there, that's where all of the pre-race festivities begin. You know, national anthem, normally you are out of the car. The second that's done though, you're into the car. When you get in there, it's all of a sudden, this level of calmness kind of runs within you. Because for the first time, maybe all month, it's just you and the car. The focus is solely on going out there and winning the race. The first time you get all your comms checks done, the radios are working, you give your guys one last little pep talk, then it's really just you, man, machine, and the track. But that moment is where, this calmness almost comes over you. The nerves are there, the adrenaline's there, but it's now your time to just focus. And you don't really get that. I got into racing because of my dad. My dad, growing up, my nickname was the Shadow. I followed Dad everywhere he went. And he was one of the icons of the IndyCar world, and for me, it was just really all I ever wanted to do. My one goal was to be an IndyCar driver. More than even just racing driver in general, IndyCar was really it for me. In racing, trust in your people as a driver is the most important aspect of going out there and doing what we do. There are a lot of quality mechanics, a lot of quality engineers and stuff that work out there, but one guy leaves one nut loose on that entire car. At Indianapolis at 245, miles per hour, like if a nut's loose and a bolt comes out and something goes wrong, literally in our sport, in many ways, it's life or death.
Nice and smooth, guys, as we're creating laps again. We're looking good. 3, 2, 1, and in. Clear out, clear path lane. Okay, you're all by yourself in pit lane here. Watch your cones. Pack's coming in third. Alright, let's get in a bike. Pack 6 entering 1. Two. Take a wheel fell off, boys.
And the guy running right there, Pato O'Ward, they both became first-time winners this year.
Rahal! Rahal lost it out of the pits.
Cold
Right
tires.
in front of the leaders. That was, a tire was hit.
And
That's
a
not
tire.
good.
This is what happened. This is the pit stop. So the Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan crew go to work as they do on the United Rentals Honda, grabbing a tear-off the aero screen. Everything's going normal. They don't see anything
wait a
untoward.
second. Hang on.
Oh, the
this was
wheel.
not a mistake from Graham Rahal. I don't think that left rear was tight.
Yeah, I think the wheel came off, and that's why it got hit. Look.
Not his fault at all.
it did.
Oh my gosh.
And then that tire rolled out into the middle of the track, bounced off the wall, right into Connor Daly's path, and he hit it like a football.
Nothing Graham Rahal can do.
Indianapolis is a very strange race. And what I mean by that is Indianapolis is, you can almost speak of it as like this live being. And Indianapolis writes its own book. Every single year is a different chapter. And sometimes it feels like she, hand selects the winner. That there's a winner that just doesn't, make a lot of sense at the time, and then it does, later in life. For me, the positivity that I can keep through it all is, I do think my time will come. And I've been close, many times. Many times I've wondered why. Why wasn't it me? 2020, I thought it was me. came up just short. But hopefully, if we don't win this year, 2022 is around the corner, and we'll have another shot at it. There's two types of drivers in our world, those who have crashed and those who will crash. Racing is all about taking risks, and sometimes just go a little too far.